Right then, we are just wrapping it up here at the Aviva. It's currently in the 89th minute. I think I'm pretty safe to do the review now. It's Bilbao 1, United 0, and it's been quite a disappointing game, to be honest, from a number of different reasons, but largely a disappointing game. I was trying to put my notes up. I think there's a few things to talk about. Álvaro Fernandez, let's start with him. I thought we sort of identified him early on that he's probably got a little bit of potential to... 2 minutes, that's all we got. So, Álvaro Fernandez being in the position that he's in with Malacia being injured and there not being a million options, not just on the attack here with no London. He's got options with Hugel in the box. He's going to go on his own or is he going to find him? He's got crowded out. That's a goal kick. Álvaro Fernandez, because of the situation with Malacia and the potential of Luke Shaw being moved to centre-half, should anything happen to any of the centre-halves, he's probably the closest to getting into the first team. Outside of that, and Ten Hag talk about the option potential with this side. You know, there are potential options in terms of players getting moved around or ones he's not quite made decisions on yet. I think there's only two. I think there's only two decisions for him to make, and I think one of the decisions is Delo or Wan-Bissaka. I did a video on that the other day. We haven't really answered that this weekend with performances from either player, in all honesty. Probably a solid 5 out of 10 for both of them across both days, in different circumstances. The other one is probably the Sancho, Antony, Rashford sort of triumvirate. Who's going to play out of those guys? Now Rashford will play, but will he play down the middle? Sancho's looked really good down the middle, and if he decides to go with Sancho down the middle, Marcus on the left, Antony on the right, he's also got the option of playing Sancho off the right, maybe even Garnacho or Rashford off the right, although I think that's less likely to happen. United have got some options to figure out. Obviously there is an injury to Howson that we don't know what it is, do we? But there is an injury to Howson that we don't know what it is. So, side eye. Are we getting bombastic side eye here? Yeah. All right. Subscribe to the Athletic. So we got to figure out how long he's going to be out for. United still need to figure out what the options up front are going to be. Pellistri gets an Equaliser in the 93rd minute and saves the blushes from United, actually. I think he's someone that we need to make a decision on. Is he going to go out on loan again, or is he going to stay with the first team? I don't see him getting enough minutes to see it be worthwhile sticking around in the first team. That's my opinion. Harry Maguire got booed after being probably largely at fault for the first goal. And I don't like that. He actually played quite well after that. I'm not singing for him, but I'm not going to boo him either. Donny van de Beek getting subbed at half-time was interesting with Hannibal coming on. What does that mean? Because Hannibal did far more in the game than Donny did. Hannibal might have done more in the game than Eriksson did. Eriksson's had a very, very disappointing pre-season. Whether that's because he's been replaced in the first team since the signing of Mason Mount, I'm not sure, but he's been so far off the pace. There's more I've got to speak about in the mixer as well, just trying to get my thingy up. Dan Gore, yes, this is the one we want to talk about today. So, if I had to figure something out that was a real positive for United today, it was Dan Gore. He's come on, he's played in the 6. When United are playing out, he's dropped back in between the 2 centre-halves. He's taken a ball on the turn, he's got his head up, he's shown a level of composure even when he's getting pressed. He's shown a lot of range, he's shown a lot of tenacity with and without the ball. He's a small lad in a compact frame, and he could have been affected by what happened in the Wrexham game, but he's come out and put in another good showing there today. And I wonder what happens with him. I think he's probably too far off a first team slot, but he's probably good enough for a shout off the bench maybe, or maybe he's got to go on loan. I don't know. I mean, what are you guys thinking with Dan Gore? You know, he's a local lad. He's put in a good shift here today. A really high level quality sort of shift, I would say as well. Range of passing and composure on the ball has been sensational. So Dan Gore's done fucking well here. Well done to him. But that is it now. Pre-season is done. The gloves are off as of next Monday. Obviously everyone else features over the weekend. We're playing Monday night. But this is it. Time to get stuck straight back in the mixer. The Premier League 23-24 season is soon upon us, and we will soon find out where Manchester United are going to shake up. I don't think we're quite ready yet. I think there's still a little bit needs sorting out. Of course, we have to see our new signing, Howson, get used to everything. And I still think United need to bring Amrabat in as well. And I would expect 3 or 4 players still to go. I expect a busy week on the transfer front before we get into hostilities at the weekend. But I can't wait. Cheers as always for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed all the coverage across the tour. I'm going home to sleep.